Hi, my name's Jean Panyard Davis, and this is my presentation for description and access for archives. This project attempted to identify artificial intelligence, the effects it would have on authority control benefits, and when we look at it, how is this being addressed years ago, what was going on. It's referenced back in 87. What's changed, and how, when we look to the past, there's lessons that were learned even back then to help us move forward. When Google rolled out its AI this past spring, it was a little bit exhilarating and terrifying. Artificial intelligence had gone from the behind the scenes aspect of your Google searches to more of a theoretical overview, punctuated with truisms and hyperlinks that made you feel as though it was maybe a little more intelligent than what it perhaps really is. So it gave me a chance to think about what it was going to do to change uh, the archivist, and more specifically, how can it be used as a tool, and what does this mean for archivists, what does it mean for archives, and maybe looking at some of the disambiguation that we have when we're trying to identify um, all those proper nouns that fit in to authority control. So we're going to just look at some loose definitions around AI and authority control. Might be hard to believe, but actually AI and computers go back to the 50s, and what today we have now is a long way from where it was then. But artificial intelligence has always been a computer. That's what it is. It's artificial. It's a construct. So it's not like we're really looking at anything new. It's just, in a lot of ways, it's bigger, it's faster, it's more robust, um, and it's growing just like everything else is in terms of the technology involved. For the purposes of my project, I looked at authority control and just the basics DAX definitions. One of the keys to establishing authority controls that are reliable is for us to be able to examine context. So if we can use the tool of artificial intelligence appropriately and accurately, that will provide us with a way of more quickly examining the context of what our search entails. Um, and then we're also looking at frequency, because all of those items are subject to change. I'm going to use myself as an example of that. We all think we're unique, but I had an opportunity to find out about a cousin, distant cousin, and most of my life I thought I was the only Jean Marie Panyard, and it turns out there was another one living in La Jolla. I was kind of confused. I'd never heard of her, and it's a relatively small family. And because she desired to be unique, she changed her name to Jan Panyard. So she dropped one letter and made it unique. Subsequently, I was married, kept my last name, added on my married name, and I became Jean Marie Panyard Davis. Um, I don't know what the statistical probability of this is, but she got married as well, married someone with the last name Davis. And if it weren't for the one letter that had been dropped, and I'm not, she doesn't use, I don't think, Marie anymore, it would be very difficult. So we would have to look at each other in terms of the context of where we lived, where we were living at that point in time. So that's where I see that AI can really help in terms of establishing what context is. So this is absolutely wonderful, right? We're sitting here, AI is going to solve everything. It's going to be great. We're going to get more product, less process. But if it's too good to be true, it probably is. If you click on a link inside your, let's say, phone or your Google search where it comes back with an AI generated uh, response, you can find the following information. And what it alludes to is not that this is just artificial intelligence, it's generative AI. So we had the happy little robot willing to do what it wanted and what we told it to, and all those good things. Well, generative AI has this need to create an answer. So if it doesn't find one for us, it will create one for us, even if it doesn't exist. And this is something that was examined this year by SAA. Reviews and analysis of recent searches have indicated that 5 out of 6 references were fake. So our dreams are shattered. What is our vision? How are we going to do this? Does it all still apply? Approaching AI, looking at all of these things, means that we have to have standards to determine what is going to be usable and how we can look forward to advancing the profession. This is a wonderful article. This is the foundation that I used for my research. This piece examines all of the trends that we would want today, despite the fact that it was written over 30 years ago, and it talks about the importance of archives and thoughts about moving forward. First of all, the human element remains. We are the standard. We are scholars. The standards are upheld by professional organizations across the globe. Questions we may want to consider asking ourselves. And the link at the bottom I will share in the chat. It's a fun one, but think about it from an AI point of view and a human point of view. Archivists are the answer.